Yes, sir. What's up, good people? It's your boy, the boy Henry Heck, back at it again with another video. And this past week, we have been indulged with showcase after showcase, game after game, release date after release date, gameplay after gameplay. It's been an amazing last few days with all these reveals, and it's just been a joyous occasion. One thing that stuck out like a sore thumb was the journalist. The top tier journalism surrounding these events, illustrated by the infamous IGN, illustrated by the infamous Ryan Xbox guy. And I want to point to this specific instance because this individual was so eager. This person was foaming at the mouth for an opportunity to produce something anti-PlayStation, anti-Sony. What I'm referring to is the claim that was robustly made that Sony PlayStation had money hatted. This is a term they like to use now. Money hatted Black Myth Wukong, and that is why it won't be appearing on Xbox Series consoles at the same date it will be appearing on Sony PlayStation 5 and PC. The sentiment was then echoed by the IGN X account. So one would surmise that Ryan Xbox guy was behind that tweet. This person was so eager to put this message out in order to rile up the anti-Sony fans, in order to rile up the fan base, in order to be as, pro Xbox, anti-Sony. They've been doing this all G. Every opportunity that IGN and these persons who work there get to put Sony down or spit on the PlayStation name or try to make them out to be big bad Sony, they've been taking it. We saw it when they made their quote unquote jokes about Horizon versus Elden Ring versus Zelda, when in all actuality, Horizon going against these two games and standing toe to toe is an amazing feat for a new IP. Nintendo has been making Zelda games for 30 years. From Software has been making the same game but calling it something else for the last 2-3 gens. I don't remember exactly when Dark Souls and Demon. I don't remember exactly when those games came out, but they've been working at it for quite a while. You have Guerrilla, who pivot from making first-person shooters to open-world action game with exploratory elements, RPG elements. One of the best-looking games we ever had the pleasure of letting our eyes feast upon. So it wasn't the slight that they thought it was when they tried to put Horizon Forbidden West down and brought up these other two games that have been in the space for far longer. The developers have been making them for far longer. That's a feat for a new IP to stand up and compete with those games. But these outlets have been, for whatever weird reason, and it's weird to me. It's extremely weird to me. He made comments as far towards PSVR 2 mere weeks after he was just crying playing PSVR 2 because he was able to experience the DeLorean to which he had sold. And if these people had just done what their job title suggests, which is journalism, if they had done a bit of that, done a bit of poking around, done a bit of inquiring, used these so-called sources they love to say they have, then they would know. They would have known the real reason as to why this game isn't launching day one on Xbox Series consoles. Because mere moments later, the reasonings why came to fruition. They bubbled to the top. The developer is spending extra time, money, and resources to maximize, optimize, and get the Xbox Series version of the game up to snuff. Up to snuff. Now, when this information came out, these folks deleted these tweets promptly. They deleted the tweets promptly, but it does not matter because the internet does not forget. Rest assured, people was getting their screenshot on. Rest assured, we know. And the thing is this, people got their screenshot on because this biasness has been evident this whole generation. The whole generation. Anytime this individual get the opportunity, he'll say something negative toward PlayStation. We even seen him make a statement toward games going exclusive and listing Final Fantasy 16. Something along the lines of the effects, the negative effects of suddenly going exclusive. List out a couple of games. Made sure FF16 was on there. Because there's a narrative going around, has been going around. Square's not happy with the performance of 15, even though they said not 15, but 16, even though they said they were. It's crazy because we'll hear they'll report from sources that Square is unhappy, but Square themselves will come out and say otherwise. It's interesting to me. We'll believe the source over the horse. You understand what I'm saying? Source over the horse. And we like to pick and choose based upon whichever narrative. We like to pick and choose who we rather go with. That's what we rather do. Gaming journalism is in the toilet. And it's only gotten worse since the ability to monetize tweets. Oh my goodness, it's in the toilet. These people say whatever. They feel they can elicit interactions with. Community notes ain't stopping them because, it's whatever. We gonna eat off these interactions as long as we can. And then when we get community noted, we already done got paid. The message is already out there. It did my heart some joy when he sat across from Philip Spencer, and Philip dropped that bomb on him. We putting games everywhere. Old Ryan he could barely get out his next statement. He got to you would have lost for words, buddy? Now, you reading from cards. You knew what you was about to say. It ain't no all you gotta do is look down and read the words. Oh yeah, shook. Game journalism is over. Oh my goodness. Shout out to the independent creator who does the due diligence of looking to and fro, far and wide, bringing forth the facts of certain incidents, not just trying to highlight what's popular at the time, not just trying to highlight what's gonna get the clicks and interactions at the time, but doing their best to inform the gamer and not just report on the obvious. These games media journalists these days promote leakers because leakers will do the work for them. All they got to do is sit back and wait for the leakers to do the work. Then they write their articles, get their clicks, get their ad revenue. If I was these gaming companies, soon as I see an outlet, retweet a leak if you want to. Blackball. You on that list. Put out an article and reference the leak if you want to. You on that list. Guess what? You can put your review out late because you buying the game. Guess what? You gonna have to put your review out a week later, because you gonna have to wait to release before you able to get your hands on a copy of this here. That's all I got for you right now. I ain't gonna drag it out too much longer. I will catch y'all in the next one.